Good Monday morning. Today I'm taking some questions from the Fun forum. What's your opinion on the whole React license thing? Holy sh... Alright, a fair warning here. This is gonna be probably a little bit ranty and a little bit disorganized because I've tried to make a proper episode script about this and I failed every time because things just bleh. But I'm going to give you to my best of my abilities an overview of what happened. So let's first talk about what software patents are and how they work. Software patents is, imagine that you are a startup, right? You create a tech product and over the years it starts becoming successful and you start getting revenue, and as soon as you do, people start suing you. You get all these kind of frivolous lawsuits for patents that you haven't even heard of, that you didn't know that you violated, and they want money from you. And you look at these patents and you're like, this patent will probably not hold up in court, but there is a small chance that it will. And if it does, they will get a kabillion dollars from us and our company will go bankrupt. And even if it doesn't hold up, the lawsuit will be very, very costly. So it will just drain us and distract us, and it's just easier to just settle with this patent troll and tell them like, okay, we give you this much smaller amount of money, and you will be we just basically agree to buy usage of your patent. And that is how these patent trolls operate. It's basically some kind of weird extortion thing going on. It's absolutely dreadful. And as your company grows, you start getting patents of your own to defend against this. You have a huge pile of patents. Try to patent as much as possible so that patent trolls can't patent these things. And also so that your competitors can't, who have been doing the exact same thing, can use those patents against you. And if they do, if someone sues you, like harassing you with their patents, like saying like, oh, you violate 2 of our patents, then you just look through your huge pile of patents and you find 3 fucking patents that violate their thing, and you say that you are violating 3 of our patents, and then you just perhaps they back off, or you back off, and or you settle some money. But it's basically just this weird fucking warfare between companies where they use stockpiling of legal warheads, basically. Software patents. And patents is what this whole shebang was about. I'm going to talk about 3 types of software licenses here. We're going to talk about the MIT license, which React uses now, and which is also a very common software license, open source license, I mean. And we're going to talk about the license that React used to use, which is the BSD license plus a patent grant. And we're going to talk about the Apache 2.0 license because Apache started this whole drama. We're going to talk about those 3. And what happened a few months back, I think, was that Apache has this blacklist of licenses that they have, where they say that these, if you have an Apache project license under the Apache 2.0 license, you cannot pull in other libraries into these libraries because they are incompatible with our license. They just don't work. And if a license is on this blacklist, that doesn't mean that that license is evil. It just means that it's incompatible. For instance, the GPL2 license that WordPress uses is on this blacklist because of complicated reasons. But it's not compatible with the Apache 2.0 license. And what Apache did was that they put the React license, the old React license, the BSD plus patents license on this blacklist. And they did this because the Apache 2.0 license has an explicit patent grant. They give away their patents, any patents that the Apache license, Apache Foundation has, or whomever is using the Apache license to give away their software. They say that you are allowed to use our patents related to this product. Huh. The Apache license also has a revocation clause, which says that if you have patents and you sue us for this product, for example, let's say that we are licensing a database. Let's say that you are suing us for because we violate some of your patents in our database. Then the patents that we have given you regarding this database are automatically rescinded because of the lawsuit, because we are going to need those patents to defend ourselves from you. We're basically saying that we have weapons, we will not use them against you on the condition that you don't use your weapons against us. So they have the Apache license has an explicit patent grant included in itself, and it's conditional on you not using your patents against them on their specific the specific thing being licensed. Now, React had this license. They had the BSD license, which is almost exactly the same as the MIT license. They are, for the purposes of this discussion, we can call them exactly the same, really. But what they also included was an explicit patent grant. What I mean by explicit is that the MIT and the BSD license, which are, again, pretty much the same, have an implicit patent grant because they sort of imply that you're getting the patents the way they are worded. They say that, hey, you're giving rights to this software, you can use it, maha, and you are, yeah, that kind of implies that those patents are included. And this has been tried in court, so it is. For most cases, not all. There are like, especially the sub-licensing, if you like include software, like let's say that you include some MIT licensing inside of your software, which is Apache licensed, that is called sub-licensing, and the MIT license allows that, and I think that the BSD license allows it too, I'm pretty sure. And in that case, the patent transference has not been tried. Like it just, that's part of the reason why people, some licenses also include an explicit patent grant, because you want to make that case clear as well. But I digress. The point being is that React chose not to rely on the implicit patent grant of the BSD, but they included an explicit patent grant. Again, this is not uncommon. This is fine. But they had also, just like the Apache license does, a revocation clause. Like you get these patents, but with some strings attached. And it was not quite the same as the Apache license, because the Apache license says that, okay, we are licensing this database to you. If you sue us with patents of yours regarding this database, we withdraw your patents. That's what the Apache license says. Now, the React patent grant is a little bit different. It said that we give you our patents related to React. However, if you sue us with your software patents, not sue in general, but sue with software patents, any of your software patents, then you will lose the right to our patents. So basically, they're saying you get some of our patents, But if you sue us with any of your patents, we would withdraw them, and we will probably use them to countersue you. Not a completely unreasonable thing, but in my opinion, but it's not as generous as the Apache license, which will only withdraw the patents if you are suing on things directly related to the database that is being licensed, or whatever product. If I sue Apache for something completely unrelated to ROX, to the database that they have licensed me, they will not withdraw those licenses. But Facebook, they would. And Facebook's idea, Facebook is facing a lot of lawsuits. They face these things, probably not daily, but at least weekly, and they're spending a lot of money fighting software patent lawsuits, and they're probably not a huge fan of the whole patent thing. So their idea with the patent grant was to basically create this lock-in effect between everybody that used it, and just prevent a lot of lawsuits, because then everybody would be using everybody's patents, and everybody would be less likely to sue everyone. And primarily, I guess, Facebook, because everybody used React, and Facebook then they would create a bit of inertia to suing Facebook or whomever is using the patent, this patent grant style of giving away their patents. But the whole thing was I personally think that this is perfectly reasonable from Facebook's standpoint, and it's absolutely not a dangerous license. That is just hugely alarmist. And especially, to be honest, what WordPress did and said that, oh, we're not going to use React because of this license, it's just that's not a responsible thing to do, especially when you're not yourself. No, they are using a pretty dangerous license. Like the GPL2 is not a license that you want in your that's a license that is a bit dangerous if you're looking through your licenses in an acquisition or something like that. It's then you want the MIT license, or even better, the Apache license is very nice, but GPL forces you to disclose the source of everything that you license away, and that can create very complicated things where you might be sued by the Free Software Foundation because you're not providing the source of your commercial product to people. It's I would think that WordPress would have been a bit more chill with this. It was I don't know. That aside, I think that Facebook could have done a better job communicating around this, why they did it. When they did it, they should have been very clear, and they should have been given the sensitive nature and that people don't understand patents. I certainly did not understand any of this before I started reading about it. I think that they could have done a lot better job around communicating this, and I think that they realized that themselves. They realized that we have not managed to pull this off. People don't like this. People just patents, and they just decided to drop the entire thing and just license the thing under the MIT license. And it was clear from the if I'm looking at how the Facebook team and Dan Abramov, which is a super nice guy, conduct themselves online, it's clear that they were just super distracted by this entire thing, and they just want to get back to work, and they're happy okay, we didn't convince people about this license, we still think it's better, but we just gonna drop it and use whatever we think that the community would approve of, and go with that. And they are now on the MIT license, and everybody is pretty happy, I guess. You have just watched an episode of Fun Function. I release these every Monday morning, 0800 GMT. You can check out another episode of the show by clicking here, or if you are a patron of Fun Function, you can discuss this specific question on the Fun forum by clicking here. I am MPJ. Until next Monday morning, stay curious.